All right, so this is going to be somewhat of a questionnaire about, is it time to move on from Bill Belichick? Now, this isn't a thing, this is not a thought that I have, and this is not a thought of the large majority of Patriots fans, but there's a small minority of New England Patriots fans that are asking this question. And I want to ask this question to you, the audience. Is it time for us to move on from Bill Belichick? Because Bill Belichick's thing has always been to move on from a player a year early before it is a year too late. He is very famous for that. And he has done so maybe to the detriment of those players because they still had something to offer, some good production. However, he has never really been wrong about doing so because there has been some decline that was very significant and visible when he moved on from certain players. So this is what I want to ask you guys. Is it time to move on from Bill Belichick? Now, Robert Kraft has been voicing his frustrations with Bill Belichick. And I got this article pulled up from Yahoo Sports. There's a paragraph in here that I want to read. And it says, that kind of bottom line where the Patriots are sitting at home again during the postseason has to be on Kraft's mind. Nobody should forget that the last March at the NFL's largest annual owners' meetings, Kraft made an unprompted point to apply pressure to Bill Belichick moving forward. He was irked that the New England had so quickly fallen off the league's map as a contender after Brady's departure, and he was pissed about the Patriots hadn't won a playoff game since the Super Bowl following the 2018 season, saying, quote, I think about that a lot, end quote. Now, it was very obvious to most of us that we were going to fall out of contention for Super Bowls. But we expected to still kind of be relevant. Maybe that's the spoiled nature of us New England Patriots fans, because the reality of it is Brady was making a lot of something with a lot of nothing. And Bill Belichick seemingly helped along with that plot, obviously. You know, I'm not taking nothing away from Bill Belichick. Let's get that very clear. But the reality is, as a lot of analysts like to say, when you shop for the groceries, you're responsible for the meal. And Bill Belichick has been shopping for low-quality groceries. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from these guys on the team now, but we don't have a number one receiver. I think Ramondre Stevenson is a really good back, and he showed us that last week with the amount of attempts he had and the amount of production he's had, but he's not going to consistently put up those type of numbers. So we have to make sure we have a solid running game. We have to have a decent O-line. Trent Brown, I'm calling you out. You know, these are things that Bill Belichick has failed at as far as putting together a great roster to continue to contend. Now, he dropped the ball. I view Bill Belichick much like I view how the Green Bay Packers did Aaron Rodgers by not drafting him a number one receiver and not giving him solid weapons all around for them to continue, because Aaron Rodgers should have won multiple Super Bowls at this point, and it's not going to happen for him. But I view Bill Belichick in that same light, where he has failed to do those things when we had Tom Brady in his prime. And now he's continued to do the same thing with Mac Jones. Now, the question, the jury is still out whether or not Mac Jones is a franchise quarterback. But nobody, I don't think, can really argue he's a decent quarterback. He's serviceable, and he's better than what he has displayed this season, because this whole coaching staff has failed him miserably by giving him Joe Judge and Matt Patricia. But those are my thoughts. I don't think it's time to move on for Bill Belichick, but if he dares so bring back Matt Patricia to call the offense again next season, yes, he needs to go. We cannot continue to do this. We cannot continue to do this. But let me know down in the comments below if you're watching this on YouTube. Is it time to move on from Bill Belichick? Hit the subscribe button. Like this video as well, and I will see you in the next clip.